Laughing up, none of them, dancing up, none of them, down the butt, none of them. I'm the wild now,
This week on Afropreneur, we sit with social media personality Hazel, aka Black Haze, social philanthropist, founder of Fist Up Afros Out, creator of YouTube web series Bargaining with Black Haze, a show that promotes personalizing individualism through creative fashion hacks. Hazel does everything from modeling to hosting to social commentary. You can catch her at Afropunk New York or on the World Wide Web. She's definitely blazing a trail for herself all through social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter. We dive into the mind under the fro right here, Black Haze.
Tell me, my nigga.
All right. You are now tuned in to another episode of Afroprenuers. It's your boy, Dr.Femdizzle, and I have with me the lovely, self-proclaimed, fat booty philanthropist, Black Haze.
I feel like it's supposed to be a crowd to be like, woo, yeah.
Yeah, clap for yourself.
Yeah. It's actually fat butt philanthropist.
Whatever.
Not fat
you
booty.
know what I mean.
Okay.
But, how you doing today, Hayes?
I'm awesome.
All right. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, I like that hat, by the way.
In the trunk.
Okay, I'm going to need one. Without further ado, let's get started. So, for those who are not familiar with Black Haze, can you tell the people a little bit about yourself, your background, your ethnicity, your culture,
Well, let's see. I always never know how to answer this question. So, I was born in D.C.,
Okay.
raised in Maryland. I'm half Ghanaian and half Liberian. Woo.
That's
Nice.
a deadly rare combination.
You think so?
Yeah, I think you might be the only Ghanaian / Liberian that I've...
I met a few.
Okay, and who's Ghanaian and who's Liberian?
My dad was Liberian and
Okay.
my mom is Ghanaian.
Okay, that's sweet. Shout out to your moms, by the way. So, define your purpose. What you consider, or what would you consider your purpose in life?
My purpose in life, that's a pretty loaded question.
Very loaded.
I don't know if you want a loaded answer.
I want the most loaded answer you can offer.
Okay, so to begin, just a FYI, I say a lot. So
Yeah, we gonna edit that
yeah,
out.
you can edit that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew that I was put on the earth to help people, but I'm also very creative.
Okay.
So I try to merge the two. Right now, I am a social worker. I went to school to be an international social worker for graduate school with a focus in social justice. And in my undergrad, I went to school for just regular social work. But even in undergrad, I changed my major like 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 10 times.
Is that even illegal? Is that possible?
Luckily, I still graduated on time, so I guess it was legal. But
Okay.
even now, like, I'm 25. I'm not lying about my age. I'm not one of them Africans that be lying about their age.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's your Ghanaian age? But you was born in D.C., so I'll let you pass.
But yeah, sometimes I still don't know what I want to do. I just know those two are my purposes, and I'm trying to find a way to pull it together.
Okay, that's very short and sweet. I can relate. I feel like I was placed on this earth to help. Oh, Father, I am a helper by trade. But so who are some of your influences that who would you say has helped shaped you or guided you, maybe mentored you along the way?
These questions. I actually never got that question before.
I
have a lot, but I always refer back to Oprah. Nowadays, maybe not so much, but growing up, Oprah was like my main role model.
Time out. Did you say Oprah Winfrey?
Oprah. They call me Baby O, by the way.
Okay.
# Baby O.
Okay.
Oprah, just because she grew up, she was a communications major in college. Even though I wasn't a communications major in college, I respect communications majors. I took a lot of communications classes. And just how she just was in the movie. She had her own show.
Okay.
She'd be off her philanthropist.
Okay.
She got money. Like, why wouldn't you look up to Oprah?
Okay.
But besides that, I looked up to my dad a lot. Style-wise, he was just always super stylish.
Okay.
He was a musician, actually, so he played instruments. He was also a producer. I'm also very musically inclined, but I can't sing. I can't really do too much musically, but like I'm just musically inclined.
So,
but yeah.
So if I can recall, I think you just mentioned that you looked up to your dad style-wise. So and you said your dad, he had style. So are you insinuating that you got style?
Hey, you got swag. You got fun.
Because I am looking at you and I don't see too much style.
I'm super chill today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that I have style, but only because like I do me, like according to how I feel. If I wake up in the morning and it's rainy outside, I'm gonna probably wear like dark grays, blacks. Today was nice. I looked at the sky, it was like all the way blue. I'm wearing all blue today.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I know you do a lot, right? So if somebody came up to you and said, define your profession, how would you define what you do?
Well, my 9-to-5 profession, I'm currently a homeless social worker. I work at a homeless agency.
Nice.
And, I work with people that are on the verge of being homeless or that are actually homeless.
Okay.
But my real profession, which I consider as like my real profession, is creative social work.
Okay.
So that being said, you're a psychologist, right?
Something like that. I don't have my doctorate, but pending.
Okay, well, you kind of familiar with the music therapies and the art therapies.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much like a creative approach to the social work practice.
Okay.
So I'm trying to pretty much bring more creativeness into social work practice because I do feel like you can do it in different ways. I had a professor actually in graduate school. She was super fashionable. The first day I got to grad school, Fordham University, she told me, I came to class with my head wrap. I forgot what I wore, but I know I wore a head wrap. And she pulled me aside and she was just like, you know what? I've been watching you. I just want you to know, don't ever let nobody tell you that you can't be a creative social worker. Like she didn't know me from nowhere.
Wow.
She ain't never seen me, nothing, but she told me that. And she's actually one of my role models / mentors. She's actually gone off to be in Vogue, Elle. So she's like the first person that I know that's actually off her fashion social work, and she's brilliant. Like she's one of the most intelligent professors that I probably ever had in my whole 8 years of school. So
okay, now we're gonna dive more into the fashion in a little bit, but just you said you work with people who are about to be homeless. Now I've never been homeless or close to it, but I'm just thinking to myself, the last thing I'm gonna care about is somebody who's trying to use her fashion sense while I'm worried about, where I'm gonna stay tonight. So how would you say, how do you merge that and I guess give those people hope or offer them solutions to the issues that they're dealing with?
Well, see, it's kind of different. So it's different depending on where you are. So
Okay.
I've done a lot of work in New York and I've
Okay.
done a lot of work in the DMV. In DC.
I work in the DMV.
And it's different in
Yeah.
every state. DMV is comprised of DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I've literally worked in DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Okay.
And what I've noticed is in the DMV, a lot of people will, first and foremost, I'm two separate people. In my 9 to 5, you wouldn't even know what I do on my outside. Like I come to work, you would have no idea I'm anything besides a social worker because I don't put that on Front Street.
So they don't know you crazy.
They don't know I'm crazy.
Okay.
They have no idea. But in New York, it's kind of more accepted to where you can dress how you want to dress. You can present yourself how you want to present. Nobody's going to look at you or try to downgrade, your accolades because you look a certain way. Or, you do a certain thing because at the end of everybody has a side hustle here, anywhere. But, in New York, it's you can put it on Front Street outside of here, Bob, I own a car rental shit, dealership, whatever. Nobody gonna look at you he own a car dealership. He ain't no social worker. Okay. But I guess that's just people in general and where you are.
Okay. So now, I guess now getting down to one of the main reasons why we're here, Fist Up and your Afro is out. So tell the people a little about that. How did that come about? How did you even stumble upon that idea or that concept?
Okay, so Fist Up Afro's out. I watched my documentary so many times to where I feel like I'm about to repeat exactly what I said on there, but not on purpose though. But so Fist Up Afro's out. Okay, let me go back.
For those who've already seen your documentary,
for those who ever and that's
that don't want to hear you repeating the same things.
So that's why I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more background on it.
Okay.
So heading into my last year of graduate school, you know, you at that point in your life where you just like, man, like I'm about to graduate, you know, what's about to happen for me in the next year. I like to plan my life ahead. So it was really just dawning on me like, all right, Hazel, you really about to be done with your last year of school forever. You know, you about to go get married, have kids. What you about to do in your career? Like, I really had no idea what I was going to do. So I prayed on it. I meditated. I meditate a lot. I pray a lot. And, you know, God revealed to me, like, you need to use your creative side more, because before that, I struggled with how to still be creative but still be professional. And I learned lessons while I was in New York that it was possible to do both via that professor I told y'all about earlier.
Okay.
So, you know, I prayed on it more.
So you are a prayer warrior.
I'm a prayer warrior.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not your traditional prayer warrior, but I'm your prayer warrior. Okay. Okay.
I don't believe you.
Whatever.
Continue.
I've been to your church before. Anyway, so
you were talking about praying, you know, how God revealed.
So God revealed to me that I need to start incorporating more of my creative side into my professional side. So that's when I was just like, okay, you know, what's a way that I can spread my message but still do social work at the same time? And it came to me that I should start a clothing line that had like different affirmations on them. So originally, Fist Up Afros Out wasn't supposed to be Fist Up Afros Out. It was going to be a line that had various like items with different quotes on it.
Like unicorns and elephants, something crazy.
Not really images, more so like quotes.
Okay.
But what ended up happening was the guy that I got to do my t-shirts, I had like hella designs, hella quotes, hella everything set up, and I wanted it to be done by the Justice or Else March. So what ended up happening was I gave it to him. He was actually in Virginia, and I was, you know, coming back and forth from the DMV to you know, check on him and stuff. So long story short, he ended up fucking up all the t-shirts.
Wow.
All of them.
How many shirts was it?
Hella.
Can you give us a range of hella?
I'm gonna say 6+. And it don't sound like a lot. If you're into designing t-shirts and you know the process, that's a lot.
Okay.
So he not only did he fuck it up, it wasn't done by Justice or Else. I was pissed off because I spent so much money coming back and forth. Oh, it's gonna be done. It's gonna be done. So out of all the shirts that were done, was Fist Up Afros Out.
Okay.
I actually forced him to do a white shirt and a black shirt.
Okay.
It was still messed up. It wasn't exactly what I had gave to him, but it was the only one that was legible, wearable, anything. And Justice for Else was like that very next day.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, you know what? I'm going to just get my little brother to wear the white shirt, and I'm going to wear the black shirt. We're going to go to Justice for Else, and I'm going to see what the response is.
Okay.
Because I like to do like little experiments to see what's going to happen. So I'm like, all right. So I did that. Still pissed off. I actually sued him for that.
Oh.
So
did you cash in or have you cashed?
This happened 2 years ago. We're still going through the process.
Wow.
That's how crazy it is. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But so we ended up going to Justice for Else with the t-shirts. We got a really, really great response. Not only like at the actual march, but online.
Okay.
So I prayed on it again some more.
Wow.
And God revealed to me that you need to go forward with Fist Up Afros Out. So, you know, with that, prayed on it some more. You know, it kind of grew from that.
This is too much prayer.
I be rapping. So,
Wow.
like, it's much more to the story, but pretty much, that's pretty much how the process went.
Okay.
So, like, in hindsight, I'm thankful that he messed up the t-shirts, because it may have not gone like that, and it may have not even meant to be that way. So
maybe, do you ever think maybe, you know, since you always talking to God, you know, maybe God wanted him to mess up the shirt, so why are you still suing my man?
It's too late.
What's up?
I mean, honestly, if he was really genuine about it, it wouldn't have went down, but I just didn't like the way he operated after the fact.
Okay.
And he was also African, and a lot of African people feel like if you're younger than them, that you're a child, or like they could play with you, but like you're not about to play with me.
You don't respect your elders, is what you're telling me.
I don't care. My mom said the same thing. I did not care.
God bless your mother. Anywho, you just mentioned you say you had your brother wear the shirt. I know you also have something that you and your brother work on? Haze and Haze?
It's actually Haze.
Haze, whatever. Tell the people more about Haze.
Haze is pretty much a compilation of creativeness that me and my younger brother created.
Okay.
So I have 6 siblings. 6 siblings. There's 7 of us.
You had to
I had
count.
to think about it. I'm
Wow.
the only girl, so there's 6 boys, and out of all of us, me and him are the most
crazy.
I'll say different. I'll just use different. So we're the most different ones, and we always, take pictures together just on some brother and sister shit. Excuse me, but after a while, I was like, why don't we make an Instagram page? Like, why not? So we started making an Instagram page, and we started just coming up with different concepts, and we have a lot of these same ideals. I mean, we're very different. We have different ideals, but we have a lot of the same ideals as far as, you don't have to buy Versace, Gucci. Nothing wrong with it to look good, but that was more so what we were doing. So he's interested in like photography and videography and fashion and things like that, and I'm interested in some of the same stuff. So we just made an Instagram page, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I went on my Twitter one day and I seen like these 2 blue monster animal looking people, and I'm like, yo, that's Hazel. So that was weird. So with anybody that's, I guess, creative or that's that's in entrepreneurship, it's always that one moment where they were doing living their regular lives. They've had this dream that they've wanted to pursue, but something has always held them back. But one day they just had that effort moment. So what would you say was that for you?
I had so many fuck it moments, but
Did you
I'ma
actually
show y'all
just say
my
fuck it?
fuck Evelton.
Okay.
I said fuck everything. Yo, when I say New York taught me a lot, like a lot of people don't understand. Like if you wasn't with me shooting in the gym and because I don't put it out there for people to know, but like I went through a lot of stuff, learned a lot of stuff out there. Like it's so crazy. But long story short, so when I first got to New York, one of my first jobs was at this after school program, and I had to commute 3 hours every day to get there. I'm talking about in the snow, and y'all know how New York snow is. In the snow, 3 hours there, 3 hours to get back. I was staying in Staten Island, so if you're familiar with New York, I had to get on a bus.
Dang.
The bus to the boat, which is the ferry. The ferry takes you from Staten Island to Manhattan, which is a 30-minute boat ride across the ocean. So in the wintertime, you're going across the ocean, mad ice chunks in the water every day.
Titanic.
Then from the boat to walk to a subway, go to a subway, catch a train. Then you get on the train and you walk hella blocks to get to your place of work. So I did that. That was my first job out there. I was working at an after school program in Brooklyn, Crown
You did that
Heights.
for how long?
At that point?
Yeah. How long were you there till, I guess, you felt like you had that moment?
I'd say a good 3 months.
Okay.
But see, the thing about me in New York is I've always gone there. But this was me actually living there. So after 3 months. So long story short, I'm starting to work there. Everything going good, whatever. My supervisor is like an asshole. But like at this point, I'm still kind of getting adjusted to living in New York. A lot of people in New York, they cutthroat, tell you how it is, whatever the case is. And a lot of people used to tell me like, you're really nice. Like you smile, you be happy. So maybe she wasn't an asshole. Maybe she was just off her New York shit. But long story short, they ended up not paying me what I was supposed to be getting paid. But it was cool because, you just getting out of undergrad. You don't have no job. You're in a new state. You don't really know nobody. You don't got no family around for real. You got to do what you got to do. So I took the job, and it's really expensive in New York. So despite the 3-hour commute and all of that, they had me work on this specific project. That's like one of their biggest projects of the whole year. Worked on it. The night after it was done, I had to stay there. I was supposed to get off at like 8 o'clock at night. I was supposed to stay until 8. I ended up staying till 2 in the morning. Had to commute back. So I didn't get home until like 4. I had to be back at work like 2 hours after. The next morning, they fired me.
Oh my God.
For no reason.
I love it.
For no reason. Like, and it was crazy because I was so broke. Like, it was just so much. But after that day, I'm just like, damn, like, niggas do not care about what you're going through. Like, they didn't care. So at that point, I'm like, I will never work for nobody again. Like, I really could not believe that. And maybe it was just me being naive. But at that point, I'm just like, so niggas really used me for their project and fired me today. Like, I was real sad. I cried and everything. I was real sad.
Did you cry to God?
I did. I actually packed up and left New York that day.
Wow.
I left that day. I came back home. It was winter break.
So you should have got you a sugar daddy out there or something.
Nah,
you know?
not my Steve.
Nah. All right, Black Haze. How did that feel? That wasn't so bad, right?
What?
This.
Oh.
Are you in Space Mountain?
I am.
I can tell.
Like, if y'all be around me, y'all get like
it's okay. So but I mean, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Always.
With the Afropreneurs. Keep being great.
Anytime.
All right.
Thank you.
Dr.Femdizzle.
I appreciate y'all having me here.
All right. So it's your boy Dr.Femdizzle signing out. AfricanistPodcast. We out here.
Whoop, whoop. Do it for the vibe.
I ain't gonna do it.
Do it for the vibe.
I ain't gonna do it. All right. All right, Black Haze. That's all the questions I have for you today. That wasn't so bad, right?
Nah.
Okay, great. It's your boy Dr.Femdizzle, Black Haze, Fat Booty Philanthropist, all that social work and all. I'll get it right next time. Afropreneurs, signing out.
Let the money bless you with body, oh baby. Oh. Star boy go bless you with money, oh my girl. Let the money bless you with body, oh baby.